Hello everyone, welcome to the Rollin' Yogi YouTube channel. Today we're going to start in reverse flow, starting in final resting pose, Shavasana. Make sure that you have blocks or any yoga props that you need close by, so take a quick minute, pause the video if you need to gather those. And then just come to your mat, lying nice and flat on your back, feeling the breath as it travels from the base of the spine all the way up to the neck, through the crown of the head. Softly releasing any tension here in the body, breathing nice and deeply. Feeling the belly rise on the inhale, fall on the exhale. Softly bringing the soles of the feet to the mat, we're going to take our legs into reverse butterfly and cactus the arms out to the side. Gently releasing through the shoulders, gently releasing through the inner thighs and the hips. So this practice is going to be a little bit fiery through the core, helping us with our standing postures and some of our other postures such as crow that we've been working on for a while now. So maybe you set a nice little intention here and just take it to wherever you can today. Next, inhale, float the hands in behind the head. Keep your gaze pointed up toward the ceiling or sky, wherever you may be looking, elbows nice and wide. Inhale. As you exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Keep your gaze looking up. Soft little butterfly crunches here. Exhale every time on the action. Inhale as you lower. Really connecting to the core. Keeping the hips nice and open by keeping the legs in butterfly posture. A couple more here. Make sure you're breathing. And release all the way down to the mat. Close the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Hug it into a ball. Curl everything in. Your nose goes towards your knees. On your next inhale, you're gonna lengthen out arms and legs. Exhale as you swim it back around into a ball. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, swim. Inhale out. And exhale, coming back around. Feel free to put your head down during these if your neck starts to have a little bit of tension in it. Just listen to your body. Make sure you're contracting those abs, hugging those legs in. Nice little detox here. A couple more. Softness in the face. Calmness in the breath. And hug it in. Place the head, neck, and shoulders down onto the mat. Deep breath in. Maybe you take a nice exhale through the mouth, letting it go. Now taking your arms out to a T, softly dropping your knees over to the left. Big supine twist here, or a windshield wiper pose. So you can take your gaze, look over the opposite shoulder if you'd like to. So rest here in this restorative posture here for a few moments. Breathing nice and deep. And to ignite the obliques a little bit, sides of the abdominal wall, we're going to do some side oblique crunches in this supine twist. As you exhale, lift and lower on the inhale. Keep the elbows nice and wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one up. Softly lower down. And release your hands from behind your head, taking it back out to a T. Bring the legs back to the center. Regroup here, center the hips. And then when you're ready, gently take the knees over to the right. Big twist through that low back, creating mobility and flexibility in the spine. Continuing to breathe. Also think quality over quantity in this ab series. Take your hands in behind your head when you're ready. As you exhale, you're going to lift your head, neck, and shoulders up towards the sky or ceiling. Really contracting those obliques. So these aren't huge motions, understandably, smaller muscle groups that you're working, but very effective. A few more. Keep breathing. Exhale on the action every time you lift up. Release head, neck, and shoulders down. Release the hands. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Scoop it up into a ball Nice little hug here. Bring your forehead to your knees if you'd like to, and then one big swoop, rock and roll it up to a seat. Taking your legs nice and long in front of you, we're gonna sit up nice and tall, really feeling a nice spinal alignment, a nice spinal stretch here. So this is a very active pose that we're about to do. If you need a nice bend in the knees, you can take it. So take your arms out right in front of you, almost like zombie arms here. If the shoulders happen to roll up, roll them back down. Shoulder blades are shooting down the back. Fingers are active, feet are flexed. You're pulling up through the quads, sitting up nice and tall, toning up through the belly, nice hollowness here in the belly, bringing the belly button back to the spine, length through the spine here, decompressing vertebrae. As you exhale, hinge forward from hips, take it into a nice forward fold, release through the backs of the thighs. If you'd like to, you can try to bring your nose down to your knees, breathing here. Softly rolling it up one vertebrae at a time, really assessing the body and how you feel. We're gonna bring it around to tabletop. So bringing shins parallel, hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. We're gonna find spinal balance, or if you'd like to, you can take this into tabletop crunches, whichever you'd like. Taking the right leg back, left hand forward. Inhale the arm and the leg. So find your placement here. Make sure that that hip is rolling down towards the mat, flexing the back toes, energy out of that hand and arm. Staying in one place, or as you exhale, take the elbow to knee. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, take it in. Inhale, lengthen. 8, 7, 6, or just stay with the isometric hold. 5, 4, 3, exhale 2, and exhale 1, lengthen out, inhale, bring it back to center. Regroup here for a moment, opposite side. Whenever you're ready. So left leg goes back, right arm goes forward, staying with this nice spinal balance. If you'd like to, really finding your foundation here, rolling hips down, flexing back foot, energy out of the arm and hand. If you'd like to move it, on your next exhale, bring the elbow into knee. Exhale in, inhale, lengthen. 8, 7, 6, 5. Notice that I'm keeping my supporting arm nice and stationary. 4, 3, 2. Last one, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen it out, and bring it back to center. Very nice. We're going to sit it back into a nice extended child's pose, so taking your knees out wide, shifting hips back toward the glutes. Depending on how you're feeling, if you're super tight in the hips, you can always bring a block underneath your forehead if you choose to, or a book. You can always use a book instead of in place of a block if you don't have any yoga blocks. Crawling arms out, really feeling the stretch through the triceps, releasing through the wrists. Next inhale, we're going to shift it back up. Now we're going to try a little bit of crow fun here. So think about where you want to go with it. If you want to use a block for your perch. So if you've followed the Instagram and the Rolling Mat Community Facebook page, you've seen all the different kinds of variations that we've been doing. So we can start with a block right underneath our feet. So you want to come to stand on the block. This is going to be our perch here for now. And then just squat low, nice and low here. You can always just work into yogi squat if that's where you are, sitting on a block or sitting on a stool. You can look at past videos on how to do that. So bringing the toes together, maybe you do a nice little toe stand balance, floating hands to heart. Find your core here, find your balance here. Continuing to breathe nice and deeply. Maybe you stay there, or you can bring your hands down to the mat. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Now remember, the tips of the fingertips are like the tips of your toes. They are what catch you. So make sure you take your gaze straight forward so you don't do a little somersault here. So lifting up, coming to toes, trying to bring the knees as close into the armpits as you can. This has been my biggest challenge thus far in crow pose. So just playing here, maybe you come to the tippy toes, you lift one foot, lift the other foot. Maybe you try to fly and lift both feet for a split second. Wherever you are, just play here, staying mindful, and then bringing it back down, taking a rest here for a second. And then from here, we're just gonna softly walk off of the block and try it without the block. You can keep the block if you'd like, or if you're in any other portion of your practice, of your journey, take it to wherever you'd like. So we're gonna bring it into a yogi squat here. You wanna bring the toes, big toe mounds in together just a little bit more, so walking it into the center of your mat, taking the glutes down towards the heels. And find your balance here again. Again, this is work right here, so you're really toning through the core here, strengthening through the back, sitting up nice and tall, practicing a nice playfulness here with your crow. And as you exhale, you can take your hands down. Now, if you'd like, you can come up onto the toes, bring the knees really close up into armpits, or maybe if you're not there tonight, you can soften it a little bit, bring the knees out to a little bit more of the sides of the arms here. And then just start to hinge forward, really feeling the balance in the hands. Maybe you lift both toes, maybe you lift one foot and then the other, marching it out just a little bit here, marching crow. Maybe you fly for a split second and you're done, and you want to come down to your glutes. So whenever you're done playing, come on down to the glutes. We're going to do a nice big inhale through the chest, exhale as you dive forward, nice little forward fold, just releasing all of that. And softly rolling it up. From here, we're just going to come to a gentle seat, regain our breath, regain our posture, circle back around to your gentle intention that maybe you set for your practice. Feel good about where you are. Keep coming back for more. Be sure to check out my website, therollingmatadventure.com, for updates. I honor you. Namaste.